I rarely come out of commercial breaks crying, but this story truly moves me. We are talking today about a case of alleged child abuse. Child abuse that led to the death of a 6-year-old girl. It's a case that sickened so many of us here in this hardened city of New York and shocked people all across the nation. I will never forget the day that I was tuning into the news and heard this horrific story about the death of this little girl. Some of the things that were allegedly done to this child, no person, no dog should have to go through. And it just breaks my heart to think that there was no one around to bury that child. And thanks to some of the people you're going to meet here today who are in that neighborhood, in that housing project, that little girl got a decent funeral, but she didn't live a decent life. Her mother right now is awaiting trial for second-degree murder. The mother is Wilda Lopez. She claims that she is innocent. She blames her husband, Carlos Lopez.
I'm going to ask you right up front, did you or did you not murder Elisa?
I did not murder my daughter.
You did not?
No.
What happened that night that Elisa died?
She was like all like down, you know what I'm saying? Like this. I said, what's wrong, Elisa? And then she told me that she had a headache, right? So then I told her, I came and I told her, you want to eat? And then she didn't want to eat. She didn't want to eat. So then I told my son, my daughter, I said, to watch Lisa there until I finish, making the plates for the other kids to eat.
Hold on one second. Many of us are going to hear this airplane going by. Rikers Island, let me explain to you, is located right next to LaGuardia Airport. We're not going to let these planes stop us because I think it's really important to hear what you have to say. But be aware, folks who are listening, that every once in a while you will hear a plane cross over here. You were just telling me about Elisa.
She was like, squeezed her teeth, like going like that. So then I touched and she was like getting cold, right? So then I came and I opened her mouth because my family get epileptic attack. So I came and I opened her mouth, right? I opened her mouth and I tried to give her mouth to mouth and, pump her like that, but I don't know how to do, CPR, but I tried the best I could have. So then our tears kept turning like cold and more cold and tightening her mouth more. So then I just kept on and pumping like that and breathing. And I was telling my son that, what can I do? Because I don't know what to do. And then I kept, holding her and everything and just keep breathing inside her. I picked her up, I shaked her, everything, and nothing. So then I kept on and then, water was coming like out her mouth. When I would have pumped her like that, like water would have come out. So then I put my hand like that in her hand. I didn't feel nothing. I put my ear in her heart and her heart wasn't beeping no more. And I told my son that she died. And then there, I just panicked. And then I came and I covered her with the blankets and the quilts and everything. And I just kept drinking and saying she was gonna come back alive, and she never did. Then the night I cooked and everything. Then the night came, and then
You cooked?
Yeah, I cooked and everything for the kids. Mm-hmm. And then the night came and nothing. And then I still sleeping well. I slept well in the bed, telling her she was gonna come back alive, and she never did.
So for 2 days the baby lay there dead?
No, she died.
It was 2 days later.
The 22. She had the 22. Then the next day I called the police.
You called the police. Why didn't you call for help when the baby was in a situation where you were trying to give mouth-to-mouth resuscitation? I just find it so odd that a mother would get up and cook and not call for help.
I got scared and I said, oh my God, now she's dead. Now I'm going to go to jail.
Why would you go to jail if you didn't kill her?
But that's the way they were going to say that I did it.
So did you?
No, and I didn't kill her.
Who killed Elisa?
Like, Lopez had hit her, right? Like, before he went to jail.
You're talking about Carlos?
Yeah.
How did he hit her?
He said that Lisa bit him in the hand, and he was hitting her. And then I went in the room and everything, I told him to stop already and everything, but he already had hit her.
Did you notice anything about her? Did you notice that That anything was bleeding, that she had bruises, that anything was broken after he hit her?
No.
Because when they found her, they say that she had broken fingers. One bone was sticking right through her finger. They say that she had cigarette burns on her mouth, her head, her face, her body. They said she was sexually abused over a 7-week period, repeatedly penetrated with a hairbrush, both anally and vaginally. They say that her abdomen was swollen up because she had, indicating that she had internal injuries. And they say that the child had bruises everywhere, wounds in various stages of healing, indicating abuse over a long period of time. You as a mother, when you held that baby, rocked it in your arms for 2 days, you didn't notice that?
Like, I'm trying to explain to you, right? Like on Saturday night, right? Remember when I was telling you that I...
But just answer that question. Because I'm not a mother. But I can imagine if I picked up any baby who was in trouble, enough for me to give mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, enough for me to try to give CPR, enough for me to go for a pulse, to go for breath, that I would notice a bone sticking out of a finger. I would notice burns on a mouth. I would notice problems that looked like sexual abuse, especially if it was my child.
But she didn't, that was no burns what she had from cigarettes. That's what I'm trying to tell them. That's not no burns. She used to get like, I don't know how to say it in English. She used to get like these things in her body, like, and then she used to peel them off, and scabs used to come out.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell them that she never had no burns.
What about the broken finger?
She had like a split here, right? So then I told Carlos, right? And he said, no, that's only the split there that will cure. So I put alcohol, everything, peroxide. You know, I cleaned it for everything, and I put a Band-Aid there.
We did our research,
Yeah.
Wilda. They tell us that Carlos was here at Rikers Island November 15th through March 4th because he violated parole after he stabbed you almost 20 times.
Yeah.
He was not out. He was inside. So some might deduct that he couldn't possibly have hurt or murdered Elisa because he was here, in jail.
I know he was in jail.
So how could he have killed Elisa if he was here in jail?
But he had hit her, right? He had hit her. But like I say, I know I didn't kill her. I know I did it.
The reaction in the audience here, a lot of people are really upset with this. A lot of people's hearts are broken over this. Folks, there are 2,000 children in America who die at the hands of their parents and caretakers, and this show is dedicated to them. It is alleged that Awilda Lopez killed her daughter. And she contradicts what police say. She confessed to after the murder. She's going to contradict lots of things. We'll be right back.